This conference will
Hello.
now be recorded.
Hello. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam, for your valuable words for me. To see, it's my great pleasure that today Dr. Rajendra Gole Ayurvedic College given me this opportunity to speak with the coming or the future doctors. So this is my first time that I am talking with the doctors. Uh, I have conducted number of sessions and seminars with engineers, but mostly now today it's a great opportunity for me that I am discussing with the doctors who cares for the society. And my today's topic, it is comprehend the learning. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my 1 minute. Okay. So my today's topic is comprehend the learning pedagogy and the roles in learning skills. So today I will discuss here related with the learning. So what the learning is and what are the different learning skills. So dear participants or dear students, all of you are very well familiar with this particular word, that is learning. What the learning means, and since from our birth to the last breath of our life, we all living organisms are very well concerned with this particular word that is called as the learning. Now there are different terminologies in different people's mind that what is mean by learning. There are different definitions related with these particulars. So today we will discuss what that learning is, and as a student what the learning skill that particular students have, so that the students can achieve well in their particular fields or well in their futures also. And for that I am going to present here. To see, as we all know that learning never ends. Already I have shown you that learning never stops learning, because life never stops teaching. See, when we are child, when we was child, up to the last breath of our life, we all are doing these particular things daily. That is nothing but the learning, and that's why we all don't have to stop the learning skills, because our life, our day, minute to minute of our life is going to teach us certain things. And that's why what that particular minute is going to teach us, to grasp it, to take it as the opportunity, we must have certain learning skills. So we have to look towards our every minute as of our life as the opportunity to learn something new. And so as a living organism, it is very important to never stop the learnings. Always try to adopt, always try to learn something from the nature, because see, as a living organisms, we all are learning from different fields, from different conditions. Now see, child who don't know what is the meaning of this particular thing, but still he is going to learn the different things, he is going to learn the new things. We know the plants are also learning, we know how the animals are also learning, as they are have the ability to learn, and that's why they are doing different things. So as a human being, the talented living organism of this earth, it's our prime responsibility that never stop the learning. Start try to develop your skills so that you can grasp more and more. The next particular slide that I want to share with you is that what is the key of learning. Now see, the interaction of knowledge and skills. Now what is this interaction of knowledge? We all know, we all have knowledges. Knowledge and skills, these two are the different things. So when these two have the interaction with one another along with the experience, then that will become the key of learning. And so throughout our student life or throughout our journey of life, these three things are most important. Acquire the knowledge, must have a different types of skills that is required for your fields, and as the time passes, everyone must have certain experience. And so integrate all these things, interact these things with one another, so that you can start learning different things with good intentions. So that's why I have put these particular sites here. Now we will see, up till now we have seen that never stop the learning. We always start, we always learning. We in the minutes of a life, we always start learning, and all these things we have discussed. Again, we have discussed the knowledge and whatever skills we have. When we interact with this with experience, that will become the key of learning. But what is actually the learning is? Now, most of the people or most of the students thinks that learning is now only the studying, only attend the lectures, that is the thing, that is the learning. Read the books, that is learning. Such type of philosophy or such type of feeling most of the students have in their minds. But learning is beyond all these things. I think someone mic is on. And switch off your mics. Okay, thank you. Okay, so these particular things are always in number of students' mind. When we interact with the student, then what you have learned today? He told, sir, I attended number of lectures, and the faculty member teaches these particular things. I write down all these, but it's only the learning. So can it is only the learning that only attend the lectures regularly? Can only studying regularly to read books regularly, it is the learning? So then if it is not only the learning, then what is actually the learning is? So different philosophers, different scientists put their definitions related with the learning. Number of definitions are available as you Google definition of the learning on Google. But here I have put this particular definition, which is written by G.D. Boys in 1984. That learning is the process by which the individual acquire various habits. Now see, learning is the process. Now it is not only a one-time event. It is the process. Now all of you know what is mean by the process. So what is process? Can anyone tell what is mean by process? Students, can you switch on your mics and you can discuss with me in between the lectures. So what is mean by process? What is your opinion related with the process? You have gone through one process, that's the admission process during your admissions of first year BAMS. So what is your opinion about the process? Yes, okay. No one. Okay, so systematic way of doing things, we can say in simple language that we have to do certain things, we have to achieve certain targets, and for that we are going to follow certain steps systematically. Well planned, systematic steps to achieve certain targets or to do certain things, we say it as a process. So systematic way of doing things, we can say. So that's why the learning is a way of systematically doing certain things by which the individuals can acquire. So what that individual can acquire by that particular process, what it acquires? It acquires various habits. Now see, habits, each and everyone has different habits, and these particular habits are also very well concerned with the learning skills, or they are related, or they have the good relations with the learning strategies also. By reading good books, we can acquire different good habits. By having good friends, we have different types of habits. By having good culture in our family or in our different types of habits. So mostly the habits, it depends upon number of parameters. Out of that, these learning skills, this learning is one of it. So that's why by learning, now see, by learning means what? Whatever culture we have in our habit, in our house. Suppose our mothers wake up early in the morning, or father wake up early in the morning. After certain time, after finishing his daily activities, our mother start praying the God. See, when the child who is in that particular house is going to observe his mother, that was he is going to how is her daily routine. The same habit get inculcated into that particular child also. Means what? The child is going to learn certain things from the daily routine of our mother. In this way, when we are continuously in surroundings, when we are continuously with dealing with different peoples, we are going to observe them, we are going to read them, and that's why we are going to inculcate certain habits by observing them also into us. It means what? We are learning that particular habits from that particular persons, that particular situations also. Most of the time the situations also develop certain good or bad habits amongst the peoples. So that's why here I have said, I have chosen this particular definition, that learning is a systematic way by which individual, as a student, as a faculty, as a person, as a human being, as a living organism, can acquire good habits, can acquire a knowledge also. Now see, this acquiring of the knowledge, it is not only by the reading good books only, by reading only the books related with your fields only, but we can acquire good knowledge by observing number of things which are occurring around us also. So whatever we are seeing, whatever we are observing, whatever we are watching, whatever we are reading, that is going to develop our knowledge. That is going to develop our knowledge. Whatever we are discussing with our friends, whatever we are discussing with our neighbors, whatever, how we are going to behave with difference, that is also going to develop certain knowledge among us. So that's why here we are discussing with others, means what? We are learning by discussing with others. We are, what he is going to say, we are observing it, and that's why we are learning from that particular observations also. So by learning, we can acquire certain knowledges also. And most important nowadays is the attitudes. These attitudes is most important things. As a student mostly, or as a living a human being also, attitudes are most important. You have, up till now you have attended number of motivational lectures. Every motivational speaker is going to concentrate on this particular topic, that is nothing but the attitudes. And that attitude we can acquire, that attitude we can develop among ourselves by proper learning. And so this learning is most important thing. And that's why this our Ayurvedic College has chosen this topic, that comprehend the learning pedagogy and the skills of uh, and the role of learning skills. So that's why I congratulate the organizer for selecting this wonderful topic. Okay, so that's why this is the definition of the learning. Now again, see, there are different opinions related with this particular concept learning also. So when you search on Google, you can get number of definitions also. But this is nothing but the combination of all these things, I can say. So it is the complete definition according to me. According to me means what my opinion is, that this is one of the good definition of learning. Now, by acquiring good habits, by acquiring good knowledge, by having good attitudes, what we can achieve? So by having good knowledge, by having good attitudes, definitely we can achieve the targets that we have set for our futures. So learning is directly connected with your targets. See, because as learning is going to develop good habits among you, learning is going to develop a sufficient knowledge in you, as the learning is going to develop good attitudes in a human being, or as in a person, means, and all, and these things, good habits, good knowledge, good attitudes, are the key for success. So learning habits, good learning skills is directly connected with the success of human beings. Okay, so this definition says that these habits, knowledge and attitude that are necessary to meet the demands in life in general. Okay, second also I have written one, I have chosen one definition that is written by this Woodworth, that is the process of acquiring new knowledge and new responses. It is the process of learning. You see, the process of acquiring, the same knowledge is again here, and new responses. So if our learning skills are good, our responses will be definitely good. Most of the time we have to respond. We have to respond against the actions. We have to respond against the words. We have to respond against the exams and all these things. So all these can be achieved by having or by selecting a proper process of learning. So this is nothing but a simple part of the learning that I have put here in front of you. So this is the simple definition, dear friends. Now, second one is the pedagogy. So what is the pedagogy? Okay. So this pedagogy is nothing but it is the art or it is the science and it is the profession of teaching. Now it is related with the teaching, dear friends. But see, our topic is learning pedagogy. But the art of learning, the art of or the science of the learning, or how professionally we have to learn the different things, that is nothing but the learning pedagogy. Okay. Most of the time, this pedagogy word is used with the teaching pedagogies. But this learning pedagogy is also the important parameters here. So this pedagogy, the simple definition I have uh, shown here, put here in front of you, that it is nothing but the art, science, or profession, and you have to consider this particular definition related with the learning pedagogy. So I can say here that it is the art of learning, the science of learning, or the profession of learning. It is nothing but the learning pedagogy. Okay. Now I will tell you, I want to tell you the two important lines that I feel that it is important during the journey of our life as a student or as the human being or as the faculty members also. The first important is what? That is, I am the creator of my own future. Now see, these things are related with learning. I will correlate it, how it is related with the learning. So the first thing is what? I, the creator of my own future. And the second thing that I want to share with you is I, the enemy of myself. Now, see, my dear friend, these two things are very important. The first line, that is, I've taken this particular line after watching the motivational video by a famous motivational speaker, Mr. Sandeep Maheshwari. Sorry, the first line, I, the creator of my own future. I have taken this particular line by watching certain videos from Vamanrao Pai. And the second, that is, I, the enemy of myself. This line I have chosen here, I have taken here from the lectures of Sandeep Maheshwari. Oh, see, these two lines are very much important. Here, the important parameter is what? I, me, mine, and I the creator, and I the enemy of myself. Now, see, as a students, when you was in 12th standard, when you was in 10th standard, you have selected or you have different habits. You have sufficient knowledge level which is required for that particular time period, which is required for 10th standard or 12th standard. You have certain attitudes when you was in 12th and you was in 10th. And now my suggestion is suggestion to you is what? Try to integrate your habit, your knowledge, and your attitude, whatever you have or you had when you are in 10th and when you are in 12th. Integrate it with respect, okay, and find out or analyze yourself what was the result of that particular integration. And if you got the answer, then try to differentiate it with respect to time so that you can have or you can achieve a good success in future. Now see, the integration and derivation, these are different things. We are going to integrate our past and we have to differentiate for our future. Okay, so what are our habits? And correlate that particular integration with these two words, with these two lines. When I was in 10th, when I was in 12th, I studied for this particular hours. I use such type of learning skills. So what learning skills are? After completion of this particular lecture, you will get certain idea that what are the meaning of learning skills, what type of different learning skills are present here, and all these things. Okay. So depending upon my attitude, I think always, how will be my future? Most of the time, I used to bunk the classes. Most of the time, I used to bunk the class, extra lectures. Most of the time, I pass my time doing certain unnecessarily unwanted things. So in that particular things, I am the enemy of myself because I am killing my own time. And by killing my own time, I am changing my attitude from positive to negative. And that's why when my attitude becomes negative, I am the enemy of myself. But if I know the importance of the time, if I know to spend that particular time to achieve certain targets, if I set my targets and try to achieve it by using my times regularly or effectively, I will be the creator of my own future. That's why the destruction and the creation of my own future, success and failure, these two things, that both depends on me only, on me only. And as a student, I am talking now. As a student, the learning skills, what type of learning skills, what type of learning strategies, what type of attitude, what type of habit, definitely can make the future or can destroy the future. So during this graduation period, now you are going to become a doctors. You are the future doctors, and you have got the admission in well-reputed college of the Amravati. So how to achieve or how to utilize these 4 or 5 years of my graduations? Now you, in the first year, you have to decide, because as a student, you have to invest that particular time, invest to get the good return up to the last breath of the time. Because after completion of the graduation, you will be a doctor throughout your life. And to get a good return from your doctor field, you have to invest this particular 4 or 5 years of your degree. And for that, to invest that particular, you must have to select a proper attitudes, proper habits, and you must have to develop a proper knowledge level by using these two particular words. So you have to decide whether you are the creator of your own future or you have to become the enemy of your own. Okay. So that's why intentionally I have put these particular slides for you people. So all of you are getting my point, or am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
you are.
Yes. Now
Yes,
see
sir.
this particular
Yes,
slide.
sir. Yes, sir.
I have these two figures. One figure, here the students are carrying the books, and it is a general scenario. When we observe, I am also a teacher since from last 15 years. And most of the time as a teacher, I observe these particular things as students are carrying the education. Now see, students are carrying the education, my word is what. And in the next figure, I have shown some of the students are enjoying the benefits of education. Means here what? The education is going to carry the students. Now as a student, you have to decide whether you have to carry only the education or after completion of the graduation, the education will carry you. Education will carry you. Now this again depends upon the attitudes. These are now attitudes related with the learning skills. Okay. Now see here, most of the time in during degree intervals, what happens? We are collecting books, we are purchasing books, we are taking notes, and we have huge number of books and notes with us. Nowadays, Google is everywhere. Lot of study material is available. We are going to download number of files, number of research papers, and all these things. But when we are going to read it, if reading, how carefully we are going to read it, or just we are only collecting the materials. When such type of thing arises, we are only carrying the education. We are only carrying the education. But if whatever material we have, whatever resources we have, we are utilizing that all resources effectively. So during student life, we have now number of resources. College is one of the good resource. College library is the good resource. College faculties are the good resource, and you people are very fortunate that you are admitted in very well reputed college of Amravati, where all facilities are available. Library is good, faculty members are good. We have very well set up here in our campus. So that's why lot of and plenty resources are available with you. Now as a student, you have to decide whether just look towards that particular resources or to utilize that resources effectively. And that utilization related with these two figures, whether you have to carry the education. Just you are carrying education, you are completing only the degree, you are passing only the examinations. To pass examination now becomes the target among most of the students. And when we are just only studying for passing the examination, we are only attending the lectures just for passing the examination, means we are carrying education. But we have set the target that okay, after completion of my degree, my graduation, my target is this, and you are starting to achieve that particular target during your graduation period by using that all resources. Time is one of the most important resources, dear friends. Time. And when you are using it effectively, see, you will get a better results. You can see the result after 1 year also. In the first year, start to start this particular habits to inculcate among you, and you will immediately after one semester or immediately after 1 year also. And once you have the habit of doing these good things, definitely your future will be bright. And so it means education will now carry you towards the success. So as a students, these two figures are important, or these two concepts are important. Okay. In most of the students, one thing is common, that what, when I attend the lecture, faculty has to provide me each and everything. Faculty has to provide me the notes. Faculty has to clear each and every concept. Okay. Faculty has to cover each and every topic of the curriculum. Faculty has to cover number of numericals on each and every topic. Each and every means expectation of the student is what? Expectation of student is that faculty members has to do each and everything for them. Each and everything for them, and provide them the ready material. Provide them the ready material. And this is the scenario among most of the students. Am I correct or not, dear students? Very few students think that okay, the faculty member will guide me and I will move on the path shown by him. Very few students have this particular attitude. So here again I have two figures. See, here there is a student and teachers. Now see, in today's scenario of teaching is what? Today's scenario of teaching, or today's scenario of education, is related with the outcome based education. In outcome based education, complete program is learner centric. Now the learner is student, so complete program is a student centric, and student must know, or in that particular program of student centric, student has to set the target. Student, as you have set your target that you will be a doctor in future, you will be a good doctor in future, you can invent something new medicine on the viruses like this corona, which may again, or something different virus will again get developed in coming years. So whatever target you have set, your teacher will going to mentor you, your teacher will going to guide you to achieve your target. And this is the scenario of today's education system. Now that is outdated system, that teacher is going to teach you each and everything. Teacher is going to provide you each and every notes. Then what is your role as a learner? If faculty member is going to provide you each and every notes of each and every topic, then what is your role? Your role is only to read it and appear for the examination. It is only the role of student. No, dear friends, it is not the role of student, mostly in the professional education. It may possible up to 10th and 12th, but in professional education, it is not possible. That's why here you have to change your attitude. Whatever you have in 10th and 12th, that complete attitude you have to change here in the professional education. So I write down here again two lines, that it's not what teacher teaches, but it's what learner learns. What the learner want to learn, that the teacher will teach. Scenario of today's education system. But still the students behave, okay, this is the curriculum, cover each and every point, we will provide us the notes and that is sufficient. Okay, no, this will not be sufficient to be a good or successful doctor or successful engineer, whatever may be your field. And so in today's system, the role of teacher is just like a guide or a mentor. The teacher will show you the path. This is the path to achieve your target. After setting your target, so the first thing is what? You have to set your target first of all. You have to set your goal. You have to set your aim. Communicate that aim with your teachers, with your faculty members. And your faculty member will show you a path, that this is the path you have to choose so that you can achieve your targets. Okay, so this is the scenario, my dear friends. So now onwards, try to behave or try to use the current system of education, that is nothing but outcome based education system. And that's why, so what are the, up till now we have discussed, okay, we have to develop new attitude and all these things. So all these are related, seen in the previous slide. So what is meant by learning, what is the definition, the learning. And we have seen that learning is the systematic way of acquiring good habits or acquiring a sufficient knowledge. Learning is the process or systematic process of developing a good attitude to achieve your targets set by the learner only, set by the learner. So that's why, what are now the learning characteristics? So the learning is a continuous process. Now see, learning, I can say, it is not only continuous, it is a universal process. Every living organism of the earth is learning continuously. So it is continuously. Though you are a student, you are going to learn. After completion of the graduation, when you enter into your own field, when you set up your own hospital and you are trying to practice, again you will going to learn some of the different things when you interact with different peoples. So this learning is continuous process. So whenever you are discussing with your parents, you can learn something new. So that's why whenever you are discussing, try to open your mind during discussion and grab certain new things from that particular also. When you are observing something strange thing, whatever happening around you, open your mind at that time also. Someone says that parachute can fly when it is open. The same philosophy is here for the human being. As a student, you can fly high if your parachute is open. So here your parachute is nothing but your mind. So your mind is open. So when your mind is open, you can learn the things. Otherwise, no. And that's why it is continuous process. Continuous. Minute to minute, you are going to learn. Okay. Second is a change in behavior. Now see, the learning can bring a good change in your behavior. Surely, learning can change the behavior. Okay. Second, third one is, it is a universal process. Already I have told you, it is a universal process. Everywhere or every people, every living organism is going to learn something. Okay. We are observing daily. Second, it is purposive and goal oriented. Now see, this fourth one is important for students. It is purposive. We are learning for to achieve for certain purpose. We have certain purpose. We have set our certain goal, and to achieve that particular goal, to make that purpose successful, we are learning, and that's why this learning is purposive and it is the goal oriented. Goal oriented. Next one is, learning is the process of progress and development. See, your progress and your development. Progress in all. Progress not only in education, but in your attitude. Progress in your health. Progress in your mental health, in your physical health also. In your wealth also. All these things are dependent upon the learnings. So that's why this is the characteristics, that if you have a good learning skills, definitely you can have a good progress in each and every corner, and you can have the development of yourself also. So, and the last one is that organization of experiences. You can have a good experience, you can organize a lot of experience with you if you have a good learning ability. Good learning ability. Now again, learning is not only the studying books, that I have clear already. Okay. So learning is other than that. Definitely the learning is other than that. Okay. So as soon as we will move further, you will come to know that what actually the learning is. So all these are somewhat the learning character. Again, there are number of learning characteristics. So I have put here some these 5 or 6 characteristics that is important as a students also. So as it is going to change your behavior, as it is going to achieve the targets, achieve the goals, and the learning is important for our progress, for our own development in all corners. As this is due to learning, we can organize good experiences, we can have good experiences. That's why these learning skills are most important, because everything which is required for success, it depends upon the learning. And so learning skills are here important. So what are learning styles? Or now we will see what are the different learning styles. So learning style is your own learning preferences. What type of, how do you want to learn? How you want to learn? That is nothing but your own learning styles. So learning styles, whatever learning style you have, how you are going to learn different things, that particular styles helps you to again achieve certain good things in your life also. So what are the good things that you can achieve by adopting a good learning style? Now see, learning we have seen, now we are seeing, now we are discussing about the learning styles, what the different learning styles are. Okay, so that the first important learning style is be more productive. Now be more productive. What is this more productive means? You know what is mean by productive? Productivity, it is nothing but, in engineering we always define this productivity as what? It is nothing but the ratio of output to input. Whatever output you need by offering what input. Okay, so this is the ratio between output and input. So if you adopt good learning styles, definitely your ratio will be higher. Means by minimum input, you can achieve the good outputs. Means you will be a more productive by having good learning styles. Second, the students can increase achievements if you have ability to learn good things. If you adapt a good learning style, so how to adapt that good learning style, that we will discuss after this particular slide. But learning style, already I have told that how do you want to learn, how you want to learn, that particular style can increase your achievements. So suppose something good is happening in front of you and you are just watching it blindly. Watching is blindly means what? Not by closing your eyes, but by setting your mind off. If you are observing that particular activity, that particular incident which is happening in front of you, it means you are learning zero from that particular incident. If certain thing happens with you in your past, and at that time again you are not taken that particular incident seriously, your learning from that particular incident will be zero. So each and every experience, each and every incident that happened with you or that is going to happen in front of you or in future also, that is going to do some new thing to you people or to we people as a student or as a human being. So learning is a continuous process, and that's why always our mind should be open and we'll be ready to learn from that particular incident, from that particular things. So by observing that, you can increase your achievements also. Increase your achievement. In a student, like now see, you have your friends in the 12th standard who suppose got the admission in MBBS and you got admissions in BMS. I'm not telling that MBBS and BMS there is a difference. No, it depends upon your choice. But see, suppose anyone who think that okay, my aim was MBBS, but still now I got the admission in BMS. It is also good thing. But why I don't got that particular score so that I don't get admission to the government MBBS college? That you have to think And from that particular thinking, from that particular integration, you have to learn something. You have to learn something, and whatever you are learn, that you have to adapt. So that as a present condition, but in the present condition also, you can achieve good. So here, by adapting good learning style, you, you can increase definitely your achievements. See again, be more creative. Everyone will be more creative if our learning styles are good. If you have selected a proper learning style, or if we are ready to learn from each and every incident which is happening around us. Fourth will be improve your problem solving skills. Now see, as a professional student of the professional education, it is most important to solve the problems. Now see, after degree or during degree or during our life journey, we have to face number of problems, and some of the problems are related to we only, and that problems we have to solve by ourselves only. But to solve that particular problems, we must have that type of skills, and that skills can be developed by a proper learning skills. Why that proper learning skills? Because that learning skill can develop among you a problem solving abilities. So when you are going to observe certain things which are happening, or when you are reading good books or any books, when you are observing certain serials, certain movies, and all these things, during that, if you observe it, or if you learn something from that, surely you can achieve certain good things from that, and that can increase your problem solving ability. Now can make a better decisions. If now see, by adopting good learning styles, you can take a better decisions. You can have a better decisions also. Okay, so to have all these things, now see, these all things are very important to achieve certain targets of futures, and which are completely related with the learning. Okay, so this learning is important. So all these things, all these 5 points, these can be developed among yourself by adopting a good learning style, or by recognizing that which is a good learning style for me only, for me. Okay, so in the next slide we will see what are the different learning styles now. What are different learning styles? So the first one is the visual learners. Visual learners means what? The learners, those who learn just by observation, just by sights. My screen is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
the first type of learner is the visual learner. It means what? Learn by a sight, learn by the observation. Now see, now you have to think what type of learner you are. What type of learner? I will show you some of the types, and then you have to note down which type of learning style you have, and try to develop it again more, so that you can learn very effectively. Suppose someone amongst you can learn just by observation, means your observation skill will be very effective here, very excellent here. Okay, now this is the first side. Now some students are just looking towards the pictures, looking towards the diagrams, and just by observing that particular diagrams, the students can learn, okay, this information is given with the help of this particular. But if someone just by observation of that particular diagram can't recognize that what is given, what information is given in that particular diagram, it means that particular learner is lacking here in this particular skill, that is a visual learning skill. Visual learning means you have to develop that particular. You have to develop. Most of the students are there. Suppose the figure is given, certain caption is required, and if the caption is not there, they can't realize that what is given, what type of message is given in that particular figures, because it is the way of communication. Most of the time people are going to communicate with the help of figures also. Most of the, or after completion of your degree, when you deal with the patients, you have to draw certain diagrams to motivate you or to counsel that particular patients also. And the diagram will be again self-explanatory, so that he can or she can understand it. She can learn something from that particular. So first of all, you have to develop that particular style among yourself. Okay, so learn just by observation. The second one is the auditory learners. Learn by hearing. Nowadays, this particular style is adopted by most of the students. Learn, because everything is available on mobile. Start a video, now put a cord in the ears, put earphone in the ears, and during journey also we are hearing some things. During morning walk also people are hearing certain good lectures. That's why nowadays this particular style is adopted by most of the peoples, most of the learners. Just by hearing, they can learn the things. They can learn the things. Okay, among students also this type of learning style is now famous. Okay, so here now I am talking, you are hearing me, and whatever I am talking, if you are getting, it means you have good auditory learners. Good auditory learners. If you are in the class and your faculty member is going to deliver certain good concept in the lecture, and if you got that particular concept, it means you are a good auditory learner. You are a good auditory learner. So this is a second type of learning style. The third one is the tactile or kinesthetic. It is learning by touch or learning by doing some things. It is the creative things. Suppose you have certain puzzles, you have certain blocks. Now see, in most of the time we provide certain block games to the children, having age group of 5 to 10 years, and then we told them that okay, construct a building by joining all that blocks, construct a car by joining all that blocks, and he is going to construct, he is going to assemble all that scattered blocks to one another, and with the help of that particular activity, by doing that particular activity, that children is going to learn something creative, certain creative. See, this is again the effective way, that learn by doing something. Now as a student, we must have all these three styles. We have to adapt all these three styles. It is my opinion, your opinion may be different. As a student, you must be a good whatever what is happening. Suppose in most of the times nowadays faculty members are using certain video clips, certain presentations to clear the concept. Most of the time faculty members are showing certain diagrams, certain sectional diagrams. Now you are the medical student, so most of the time your faculty member will show you the diagrams of different human organs, sectional view of the organs, and by observing that, you must have to click in your mind something new. That is the visual learner. And at the same time, that particular faculty is going to explain the same. So at that time, by explaining also, you must have the ability to grasp it, so that you can develop your auditory learning ability. And after having that particular knowledge in your mind, try to apply it to do certain creative things. That is nothing but the tactile learners or the kinesthetic learners, because all these are related with one another. So by doing, when we are learning, and it is the effective way by doing. So whatever knowledge level we have, try to implement that knowledge level to do certain creative things, so that again you can develop your knowledge level. Because whenever we are going to do, or when we are going to apply our knowledge practically, we face number of problems, number of challenges. And again here we must have to develop our that problem solving skill. And whenever we are solving that particular problem practically, see, definitely the knowledge level, the experience level goes on increasing. And in future, when you tackle with the same problem, you can solve it very easily. So all these learning skills are again important. So this is the learning skill, those which you can develop by doing some creative things or just by the touch. Now see, Actually, this slide is for the teachers. Again, it is used beneficial for the student levels also. So, having good learning skills or having good learning styles. Now, as a student, we have to check how is my knowledge level, how my knowledge level get developed when I was in first year, when I was in second year, when I was in third year, and after completion of the graduation, how at what knowledge level I am. So these are certain knowledge levels. So here it is actually the Bloom's taxonomy. It is given by the Bloom's. So here we have to start from the bottom. So the first is the remember level. Here remember level, that see in 10th and 12th, all of you are very well familiar with this remember level. So whatever good notes we have, we are just reading that particular notes and we are recalling our memory. Recalling the memory, it is nothing but the remember. Okay, you just write down the definition. What is motion? So you know the definition of motion, and so when your faculty member asks you what is motion, you are going to only explain the motion, but you don't know 360-degree what is the motion. You only know the definition. That is nothing but the remember. Now in professional education, this remembering level knowledge is dangerous. It is not sufficient, I can say. Instead of dangerous, it is not sufficient for the professional education. Okay, so remember means what? We have only the recalling knowledge. We know each other, we have stored all things in our memory, and just we are going to recall only. We can't implement it practically. That is nothing but the remember. Second is understand. So whatever we have fit in our mind, if we understand it, and then we are going to explain the same concept to the others, that is nothing but the understand. Now see, as a student, as a medical student, you have to develop your knowledge level by using these complete steps. See, this is really beneficial to all of you. Now this understand is what? Whatever you have in your mind. Now in 12th, you have studied physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and all these things. Okay, so whatever you have learned in 12th, one concept suppose you are in the mind. Okay, suppose you have learned in physics the derivation of banking of the road. So what is the banking of road? I think all of you have the physics, compulsory physics. So banking of road type of derivation is there. Now you know the statement of banking of the road, but you can't explain it, convey that particular definition to the others, that concept to the others. It means you are lacking here the understanding level. So whatever knowledge you have, you can communicate or you can knowledge to the others. That is the understanding level, the second level. Now the third level is most important. Third and onward levels, every student must have. After first year, every student must be at third and onward levels. What is apply is what? So whatever you have learned, you must know how to apply it. How to apply. So applying the facts, rules, concepts, ideas, that is nothing but the apply. Okay. So whatever concept you have studied as a doctor, if you are in third year and you have studied different diseases and the remedial actions over that, and suppose you are from the rural background and something emergency occurs there, and that villagers approach towards you that okay, we have one student who is in the last year of BMS, and he told you that okay, see what is happening here, try to provide certain remedial medicine, provide certain solution to that particular problem. So see here whatever you have studied in the in last 3 years or in last 4 years, in that situation you have to apply it. Okay, and that when you are as a student, when you are going to apply your knowledge successfully, it means you are on the right track. You are towards your target, you are towards the achievement of your goal, you are towards the success. Okay, so that's why this apply level is important. Now this analyze means what? Analysis is what in engineering we told always, that analysis means break down the complex situation into small situations, because a big complex situation cannot be handled at a time. But if you break down that particular situation in number of small situations, then we can very easily solve that particular small complex situations. Small. So this analysis again, as a student or as a human being, if we have a certain big problem, try to break that big problem into small ones and then try to provide a solutions to that particular. So that skill is nothing but the analyze skill. Analyze skill. Evaluate. Here we are calculating the actual results. Here we are calculating the actual results. Okay, whatever knowledge we have after solving that, applying that particular knowledge, if we are calculating certain results, that is nothing but the evaluate. And the last one is the create. So by using your knowledge level, your attitude, by using your good habits, you can create something new. You can create something new. So that skill is at the topmost level of this particular knowledge level skills. Okay, so as a student, you people has to think to develop all these skills among yourself, and just by daily routine practice we can achieve or we can develop these skills among ourselves. Okay, so this is all. So all now, these are all the learning skills. Now I think this may be my last slide. So the first important learning skill is nothing but the time management. Now see, this is important, time management. So as a student, you have to manage all your daily schedules. Since from the first year to the last year, every year you have to plan before start of the academic year, how will be my strategy for this particular year. Okay, in the first year you have to plan your time, you have to second year also you have to plan your time, you have to cut down your unwanted unproductive time periods and try to utilize that to do certain good or useful things. So that is nothing but the time management. So all of you are very well concerned about this time management skills. Second is the note taking. Now see, as a now this skill is lacking. I am observing this in my field also. Note taking as a student, this learning skill is important. So whenever your faculty member is going to explain you certain good concept, so whatever basic concepts he is going to explain, you have to take the note of that particular. And here we are lacking as a student. We people are expecting that after completion of the chapter or after completion of that particular concept, the faculty member will provide us the good notes. And this is very bad habit. And here you are the enemy of yourself. Okay, so see, I told you already the two lines. So you have to change your attitude, that instead of my faculty is going to provide me the ready-made notes, why not I am creating my own? Why not? As I am in the class, I am spending my valuable 1 hour in the class. My faculty is going to deliver very good lecture in an excellent manner. Why not I am taking the notes? Whatever you are going to understand, by using good learning style, try to take the notes, and at the end of that particular or after completion of that particular day when you are at home, read it and try to develop your own concept. Try to elaborate that particular concept also, and by continuously reading it, try to apply it. Try to apply it if it is possible. Okay, so that's why this particular skill is very important, and these skills will definitely move you towards the targets whatever you have set. The third is reading effectively. Now see, here also we are lacking reading effectively. Mostly we have the habit of reading the ready-made notes which are available in the markets, or we are interested in reading the shortcut notes. Most of the students are lacking or don't read the textbooks or the reference books, those which are mentioned in the curriculum. Why not? I don't know. But if you are using a shortcut notes, readily available simple notes on the Google or present in the market, instead of the reference books and the textbooks, again you are the enemy of yourself. Again you are the enemy of yourself. So read effectively. Select first of all a good textbook, reference book which is mentioned. Ask to your faculty members which is a good reference book for this particular topic. Take it. Most of the books are e-books are available freely on the websites, or purchase it, or if complete book is not required, whatever part is required, make the photocopies of it and try to read it very effectively. Very effectively means what? Whatever you are reading, you must know the meaning of each and every sentence and each and every word which is given there or which is read by you. Otherwise what happens, we are reading, suppose the notice is spread by the college that okay, you have to submit your scholarship form on this and this date. Most of the students only read the date, but what you have to submit, how you have to submit, whether you have to take the printouts, what type of documents you have to issue, that you have to clear by reading that single sentence only. So that is nothing but the reading effectively. So whatever you are reading, read it very effectively. Means what? Your heart and your mind must be in connection with you during reading. During reading. Now see, I observe that when we chat on the WhatsApp, our mind and heart are very well connected with one another. Very well connected with one another. See, because whatever response we receive on the WhatsApp, very immediately within a fraction of second, we are going to provide the answer to that particular message. Okay, means what? Why this happens? Because our mind and our heart both are connected equally at the same time along with that particular concept. So why not we are again connecting these two things during reading, during learning skills? Okay, why not? Because this is lifting us very high. Why not? So that's why reading effectively important. Fourth one is the studying skills. Now, what is the study skills? Now, see, after taking notes, after reading at home, try to elaborate that particular concepts. Try to implement that particular concept. Again, whatever you have in your mind, try to communicate or discuss with your colleagues also. That is nothing but the study skills. Try to study in groups. Try to discuss among your friends on the same concept. Everyone can put his or her own view, and you can learn again good things from their opinions also. So that is nothing but the study skills. Okay, so this is effective way. Effective way. Most of the students prefer to learn at home or lonely. Why not you are sharing that same concept with your student? See, learning is knowledge is the only parameters present on the earth that by sharing it is increasing. And money by sharing it is decreasing. Wealth by sharing it is decreasing. But see, knowledge is that wealth which is increasing just by sharing. So why not you people are sharing whatever knowledge you have with your colleagues, with your juniors, with your friends, with your family members? By that, suppose you are discussing with your parents related to any one of the concept, your parent can also have different opinion on the same. Means again there will be additional information you have in your mind, means you can learn from that opinion also. Okay, so in this way you have to develop your learning skills and you have to develop your knowledge by this particular experiences. So this is about the study skills. And then the writing tests. Writing, whatever you have studied, you have to appear for different tests. Appear for different tests. Now see, most of the peoples are just writing the papers as it is compulsory only for the internal examination and all these things. Most of the students nowadays, this approach is very dangerous. This attitude, those which is present among the students is really dangerous. That okay, appear for the unit test as it is compulsory, made compulsory by the faculty, or it depends, internal marks depends on that and all these things. No, tests are what? Tests are to analyze ourselves. What we have, is it correct or not? To check it, the tests are there, examinations are there. So now you can have different sources so that you can check your knowledge levels. So appear for different tests, write down different tests also, write down different tests. So all these are nothing but the learning skills, dear friends. Okay, so up till now I have explained, or I give the justice to the topic that is given to me by the organizers as per my knowledge or as per my skills and all these things. Okay, so if you have any questions in your mind, you can ask me. Here I'm going to end my presentation. Okay, yes, you can have any doubt, you can ask.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. sir. If there is no question, no, we can end the session. So at
Yes.
the last, I am very thankful to the organizer, the principal of Ayurvedic College, Dr. Rajendra Gole Ayurvedic College, the dean of this particular college, head of the first year, organizer of this particular event, for giving me this opportunity to share my views on these particular topics with your students. And I know doctor students are really brilliant students, so I don't know up to what level I deliver my views, but I made attempt here to express my views in front of your students. So thank you once again for giving me this opportunity, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. On behalf of organizing team, it is my privilege to propose vote of thanks for today's 4-day program of transitional curriculum. My heart fills with a lot of gratitude and respect for our distinguished guest speaker for not only sparing their valuable time for us to grace this occasion, but also for enlightening us with their commendable talk on the subject. Thanks for clearing our concepts and enhancing our understanding pertaining to the learning pedagogy and role in learning skills. Sir, you have indeed put best of your efforts to make this event memorable. We really owe you a lot. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.